Good morning, children. Children, today we will start Unit 2. From that, first poem. Name of the poem is From a Railway Carriage. That poem is written by R.L. Stevenson. This poem is very easy to understand and very interesting, as you all must have experience of traveling. In this poem, the poet is described the journey by train. Poet sat near the window and described about various scenes and landscape which he have been seen by the train. Let's see on page number 22. From a railway carriage. Faster than ferries, faster than witches. Bridges and houses, hedges and ditches. And charging along like troops in a battle. All through the meadows, the horses and cattle. From this stanza, poet describes as many scenes from the window of a railway carriage. He says that the train runs faster than magical creatures such as the fairies or witches. He sees bridges and houses, hedges and ditches. Hedges means hedge is a sort of fence made out of a shrub or bush. And ditch means it's a long, low place where water can run off from a road or a field. The horses and cattle in the meadows seems to rush away as if they were soldiers on a battlefield. Meadow means it's a grassy field or a place where you might find, and cattle means it means just cows and bulls. So they are playing over there, they are gazing in that field, and they are looking like soldiers on a battlefield. See second stanza. All of the sides of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain, and ever again in the wink of an eye painted stations whistle by. In second stanza, poet described that the train passes hills and plains. The sight there fly away as thick as heavy rain, means that sight is fully covered with heavy rain. Now and again painted station pass by even before one can wink, means in the wink of an eye. It means within second. Within second that train reached near the painted station and poet heard the whistle. That poet saw a little child. Here is a child who clambers and scrambers all by himself and gathering bramble. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and there is the green for stringing the daisies. In third stanza, poet described that when he reached near the painted station, suddenly he saw a child. That child was climbing up with difficulty and gathering bushes with blackberries. Then one might see a jobless person. Jobless person means tramp. That person standing and gazing towards that boy, towards that child. This will be followed by green grass which children use to string daisies. Daisies, that's a kind of flowers. And he is making the string with the daisies. Children, let's see fourth stanza. That is the last one. What poet wanted to share with you. Here is a cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. And here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. Now here poet wanted to tell you that he saw one cart running away in the road, and it carries heavy load and one man on that cart, that moving in jerk as it carries a man and load. Then one spot a mill followed by a river. Each sight is seen for very short time. He said that is whatever in the traveling we will see, that is very short time. It will become our memory and then it is gone forever. Children, I hope that you understood the theme of the poem. But in this poem some words are very hard and interesting also. So now I will tell you the meaning of that hard words along with the picture. So you have to see on your screen the picture of that word and listen carefully the meaning. So first word, that is hedges. Hedges means a sort of fence made out of a shrub or bush. Second word is ditch. Ditch is a long low place where water can run off from a road or field. Meadow. is a grassy field, a place where you might find flowers. Cattle, which just means cows and bulls. Driving rain is heavy or blowing rain as in the storm. Even again means every now and then. A bramble is any bush or vine with sharp thorn. Tramp. Tramp is an old-fashioned word for a poor person without a home, one who moves around a lot. To gaze is to stare, to look in one direction for a long time. Next word is stringing the daisies. It means chain of daisies. To lump along, to move heavily. A load is just anything heavy that carried. Glimpse, a quick look. So students, all these words you have to note down in your classwork copy and write down meanings of that words. So now after this we will turn towards English workshop. Children, before English workshop, all of you have to note down poem in your classwork notebook, and even you have to draw the picture of train and color that picture. So let's see on page number 23, English workshop. Read the poem aloud with proper rhythm. What does the rhythm remind you of? So now here what you have to do, that you have to read this poem and learn this poem by heart. Second one, find pairs of rhyming words from the poem. So in first stanza, we chase, de chase, battle, cattle. In second stanza, plain, rain, again, I buy. Third stanza, scrambles, brambles, gazes, daisies. Fourth stanza, road, load, river, ever. Question number 3, write the following from that first question. The sights seen through a railway carriage mentioned in the first stanza. So here you have to write down the sights mentioned in the first stanza are bridges, houses, hedges, ditches, meadows, horses and cattle. Next question, the sights mentioned in the second stanza. So students, let's see second stanza. So the answer will be sights mentioned in the second stanza are hills and plains, painted stations. Next question, the sights mentioned in the third stanza. So students, see third stanza now. The answer will be the sights mentioned in the third stanza are a child gathering bramble, a tramp and green grass. Let's turn to question number 4. The question is think and answer. So from that first question, why are the sights said to fly? So now here you have to write down the answer, that sights are said to fly to give us an idea of the great speed of the train. Second question, does the last line make you happy or sad? Why? Now here what is the last line? And here is a mill and there is a river. Each a glimpse and gone forever. Gone forever. That is most important. So now I think you will write this answer. You would understand what is the meaning of gone forever. It means it will become a memory. So now this answer you have to write down in your own words. Let's see now fifth question. List the lines that begin with here and here. So now for this answer you have to read whole poem, and from the poem you will get lines which lines are begin with here or and here, and note down that lines in your notebook. Question number 6. Read the following. Charging along troops in a battle. Second line is fly as thick as driving rain. So now here you can see that first line, in that line comparison, and even in second line shows the comparison. Correct? No. So first line, that like word is used to show the comparison, and in second line as is used to show the comparison. Now like this only you have to write down two examples. Question number 7. Write about the sights you may seen from a bus or an aeroplane. You may write it in the form of a short poem. So now here you have to write down your own experience of traveling. You may travel with bus, you may travel with aeroplane, whatever it is. So you have to write down, or you may write a short poem about your traveling. Next one, find and read other poems of R.L. Stevenson using the internet. So from the internet you have to find out more poems of R.L. Stevenson, and you have to read all that poems, and from that which you will like most you have to note down in your classwork copy. So students, now we will discuss about figures of speech used in this poem. So here two figures of speeches are used. One is simile and another one is alliteration. So example of simile is, and charging along like troops in a battle. Second example is, fly as thick as driving rain. So now would you remember students that when I taught you first poem, that time only I discussed with you about simile. So what is simile? Again I will tell you. Let's listen. A simile is an imaginative comparison of two different things which have something in common. A simile always includes the words as or like. It means you have to use words as or like to show simile. So when you will write poem from the internet, that time you have to find out the example of simile also and note down that in your copy. After that, second example, second figures of speech is alliteration. So here the example of alliteration is, faster than fairies, faster than witches. Here the letter F is repeated. So what is alliteration? Alliteration means when the same sound occurs at the beginning of two or more words in the same line. It is called alliteration. So it will be used for the poetic effect. Children, I hope that you understood today's poem. And now what's your duty, that whatever we discussed about English workshop, all that you have to note down in your classwork copy, as well as you have to note down figures of speech in your grammar notebook along with that examples. And one more thing, that in your essay notebook you have to write down one essay. The topic is a journey by train. At least 10 to 15 lines write down. Thank you students. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Take care.